Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, several things to discuss. We will go from Alexander Isak situation, but also Semenyo, Zirkzee, Morgan Rogers, also Hamza, and so let's jump into it together. Many movements, guys, on the market after a busy weekend. We are entering into Christmas week, and so we will be here every single day. Remember to stay connected, remember to be on the channel, remember to subscribe, remember to send your comments, because as always here, even during Christmas, even during the holidays, even during New Year's Eve, you will have all the updates, all the information here on the channel. And so thank you for following and start enjoying this moment. But the market is coming. The market is coming, and the news coming from Liverpool today is not good news in terms of injuries, because Alexander Isak, the suspect for the Swedish striker after the injury suffered against Tottenham, is that he probably broke his leg. This is the feeling of Liverpool staff, as reported by The Athletic over this evening. So we wait for the official confirmation from Liverpool, but this is the feeling of people close to the player as well, and this could mean Alexander Isak out for a few months, and so bad news again in terms of injuries for Liverpool. We will see how that could impact the market, if Liverpool will decide to do something in the January transfer window and in which positions, because my information is that Liverpool made some calls in terms of opportunities, like in November I told you about Semenyo. Then already now this month in December they started calling also for other players to understand some potential opportunities. So I will keep the door open for Liverpool movements in the January transfer window. We will try to understand the positions. Injuries and recovery time will also help to understand what Liverpool will decide to do, but I think there is a chance we'll have a Liverpool here we go in the January transfer window. So let's follow the situation. I was mentioning Semenyo, but what I told you in the video here on the channel the other day, and I see the news is confirmed elsewhere as well, is that Liverpool called in November for Semenyo, but two clubs are now in a battle to sign the winger from Bournemouth: Manchester United and Manchester City. And I can tell you that after the calls made by Manchester United and Manchester City between Monday and Tuesday, even this weekend, both Man United and Man City have had direct contacts for Antoine Semenyo to understand the situation, to try to discuss with the player camp, because the release clause, £65 million, as I told you, is valid until 10th of January. So the release clause is going to be valid for a short period of time, not for the whole January transfer window, to allow Bournemouth to find a replacement. And so Man United and Man City are in active talks to sign Semenyo. As I told you the other day, you find everything here on the video on the channel. Tottenham, in my information, are in this moment not advancing on the deal. Liverpool called in November, then didn't proceed, but let's see now with the Isak story what Liverpool decide to do in terms of signings for January. So that's the picture, that's the situation. Let's see what Semenyo decides to do. The player side is crucial in this case, because there is a release clause, £65 million. So it's the player who has to decide what he wants to do, more than having a negotiation with Bournemouth, because the price is already set and you have to pay that money. Maybe you can try to negotiate on the transfer fee to discuss on this kind of possibilities, but the fee is very clear, £65 million. We will see what happens with Semenyo, and these guys, remember this point, could be an important deal to understand also what happens with Joshua Zirkzee, because for Man United was not an easy weekend. They lost Kobbie Mainoo for a small injury in training. Won't be that long, but that's still an injury. Bruno Fernandes, injury during the game against Aston Villa. Ruben Amorim said he will be out for a while. We will see how long, but for sure is another topic. And now for Zirkzee, what happened? I can reveal to you that last week a meeting took place between Roma and the agents of Joshua Zirkzee. This week, Roma have been advancing in conversation with the camp of Joshua Zirkzee. Roma are pushing. They want the player. They consider the player a top priority. The manager of Roma, Gasperini, is pushing to have the player as soon as possible, already at the beginning of January. Man United don't want the player to leave at the beginning of January because they are short of options with Ahmad, AFCON, Brian Mbeumo, AFCON, Bruno now injured, Mainoo at the moment still not available. So Man United at the moment are still not giving the green light. Let's see the timing and let's see the official proposal from Roma, what kind of formula will be. But on player side, Roma are making some progress. Roma are trying to tempt Zirkzee. What Roma are telling the player is something like, Here you can be a regular starter, you can play every game, Italian and European football, you can be the hero of the city in Roma. A very exciting signing for Roma, also because Zirkzee at Bologna, when he was in Serie A, did incredible, did fantastic, and so Roma fans would be excited to welcome a player like Zirkzee. So let's see what happens there. Zirkzee is open to joining Roma, according to my information. Now depends on what Manchester United will decide to do for this January transfer window with the case of Josh Zirkzee. So Roma are waiting for an answer, and we will be following that situation, but Roma have made progress on player side. And then, guys, two more situations I wanted to discuss with you. The first one, I'm getting many questions on a fantastic player, Morgan Rogers. He scored a brace against Manchester United at Villa Park. He's doing fantastic. We have to say congrats to Villa. We have to say congrats to Villa and to Unai Emery, to his technical staff, to the management. Monchi built this squad together with Damia Vidagani. Monchi is no longer at Aston Villa, but Damia Vidagani is still there, doing an incredible job. Roberto Labi arrived and started shaping the Aston Villa of the future. But what this club did is special. 10 wins in a row, it's unbelievable. And Morgan Rogers, now his name is everywhere, but they extended his contract a few weeks ago, more than 1 month ago, and that was a smart move, 5 more years of Morgan Rogers with an improved contract. Last summer, the player was in the list of Chelsea, but never arrived to the point where they made an official proposal, and wanted by Tottenham. But Tottenham didn't have the chance to close the deal with Villa because Villa didn't want to sell the player. So Morgan Rogers has always been in the list of all these clubs. Let's see what's going to happen next. Because for sure the situation of Morgan Rogers is going to be one to watch in the future with many clubs interested. But at the moment, what I can guarantee is that for January, 0%, forget about that. There is no price for Morgan Rogers in January, and Aston Villa are more than happy about him. He's more than happy at Villa. It's a World Cup season. Morgan Rogers would never leave the club in January, so I know many of you are asking me, but maybe with a crazy bid, with a crazy proposal, 0 chances. Morgan Rogers will not change his situation, and Aston Villa will not sell the player. So they are very happy together in this moment. You can see why on the pitch, and so that's the situation. Wanted to finish, guys, with the Egyptian striker, 17 years old, Hamza, this talent from Ahly in Egypt. What's the situation with Barcelona? My understanding is that Barcelona are in very advanced talks with player side. Hamza wants to go to Barca. It's his dream to go to Barca. But at the moment, Ahly, the Egyptian club, are still not giving the green light for the deal to happen, are still blocking the deal with their financial request. And this is why the deal is not done yet. Because on player side is okay, Barca want the player, but the financial request of Ahly is blocking the deal. Let's see what's going to happen, but for sure, Barcelona are working on this possibility. And so, guys, tell me your thoughts on all these stories from Isak to Semenyo, where should he go, and then Zirkzee, Morgan Rogers, Hamza and Barca. Your opinion, guys, here in comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.